Alright, welcome back. In our previous video, we talked about school settings. That is where you make changes to all these information displaying on your school website, as you can see. So in this video, we'll be talking about the academic settings. What do I mean by the academic settings? Academic settings has to do with setting up your class, adding of subjects, adding of knowing your current section and your current term. So I'll be logging in to the admin dashboard. Now don't forget we are using demo.ourportal for this training, and your home case that will be your school website. So I'm logging in now. I'll just type slash and put admin, and it will take me to where I'll be able to log in. I already have my login details saved on the system, and I already asked the system to remember my login, so I don't need to enter it again. I will just sign along. So in your own case, you just can type and then you can ask the system to remember. So here we are right at the admin backend now. So don't forget, in our previous video we talked about school settings, which you can actually locate on either here or at the sidebar when you go to the school. So here what we are doing here is the academic settings, knowing whether you have your current section set, knowing whether your current term is set, are you in the first term or second term or third term, then which section are you operating with to be your current section. Is it 2021/2022 or 2022/2023 or 2023/2024 altogether? Then adding your classes, and of course adding your subjects. Now firstly on that, let's first go to to check our level. Let's check the level that we have. As you can see now, normally or basically we have 4 levels. These are added maybe due to some people who are using the platform for training. Then I think we don't need this. Now I'll tell you the reason why we don't need this. So in this video, we'll be making use of this 4 level. If you remember, there was a particular place on the school setting where we get to the level of choosing template. We actually have these 4 level displaying. So you cannot delete these 4, but you can change the names. Like this tertiary, it can be changed to crèche. This one can be changed to junior secondary school. This one can be changed to senior secondary school. This one can be changed to basic level or grade. Grade depends on whatever name you want to give it, but you cannot change this because these are the only 4 level we are operating with on this our portal. I hope you get that clear. You can change this name by click on this one and edit. When you edit, then you save, but you cannot delete them. You can't delete any of these 4 because they are the 4 levels we are operating with. I hope you get that. So now, I haven't done with that. We've agreed that for the primary level we are using primary, we are using GSX, we are using tertiary, or we are using XX. That is clear. Then going forward now, these are the things you need to, you must be able to, you must be sure that you have them perfected before you go to the next level. So on the academic settings, I firstly go, to the levels. Are the levels perfect? Yes, they are okay now. We can go ahead. Then the next one is we move to check the section that we want to operate with. Then you click all at the right, the side menu. You click there. Now we have it there. The first one here is 2020/2021. The second one is 2021/2022. The third one is 2023/2024. So in case maybe you've move to another section and the section are not here, you can actually add another section by click on add section, and you see the list of what we have here. You see you have a site, a place holder telling you the format. So let's say I think we have the 2024 slash 2025. Oh, sorry, the 2024 slash 2024. Then I will say add. Okay, that is now added. Let's go back to section and see on this side menu. You scroll, you go to manage session to see the list of the session already added. Can you see now? 2024 slash 2025 is now added. That is if you don't find your current session there on the pre-existing existing one, then you can add it the same way we just did now, and then you make sure that you are operating with the current section. Now the next one on the academic setting, we have the terms. We've done with the levels, then we've done with the section, and then we go to the next one, which is what? The term. Then let's go to manage term and see what are the terms we have. Normally mostly we have a first term, second term, and of course third term. Some people have like a summer, like I said earlier, summer, and there are some schools who want to be using this platform for maybe advanced studies or advanced school. So in your own case, this can be changed to what? To semester, maybe first semester, second semester, maybe, you understand. So it depends on whatever you want to name it. So you can get this one deleted, add mouse, and all that. The same way we had section, the same way you had term. Let's say for instance we want to add summer, then summer, then you click add. And right there it is added. And let's see. Then I'll go to manage term. And so this is the list of, I hope you are seeing it. Then now under the academic setting too, we have okay, we've done with the level, we've done with a section, and then we've done with terms. Now let's check the class. Understand? Then the class, because those are the required information whenever you want to register a student, either manually by yourself as an admin, or the student want to apply online as a prospective student. Because if student want to register now, when it go to the place of choosing the criteria for class or the the level he or she is applying to, then the student should be able to choose the level. Is it basic or primary or GSX? Then is it basic 1 or basic 2 or GSS 1 or GSS 2? So if you have not added all those on, then the student applying will not be able to see those information. That is why we are going after them one by one. So we've done with level, we've done with session, we've done with times. Now we are into class. So on the side menu, I click on class. You see drop down list, then you go to manage class. So yes, why we're having many of classes here is because that people have used, actually used the platform, to text run, and they've created their own and see how it works themselves. But as you can see here, you can see primary 1, primary 2, primary 3, all are primary level. You can see JSS 1, JSS 2, JSS 3, all are for what? JSS level. You can see primary 4 to primary 5, primary 6, all are for what? For primary level. So if I said if this primary has been renamed to a basic level, then that means I will be having basic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. You understand? Then going to the GSX 1, 2. So if your class is not added, then you can actually do this. You go to hard class. Is that you click hard class here, or you click hard class here? So either of the two can work. Then if I go here, maybe I want to add, instead of using a primary 1, I want to use basic. Let me use sorry. Let me use basic 1. Then that basic 1 class, which level is primary level, then I will add. Successfully added. Maybe I want to add another class too. So instead of basic 1 now, it will now be basic 2. Then which class? I mean the class level, then primary level, then I will add. I hope you are getting this. Now, if I still go back to manage class, I should be able to see those two classes I just added. Let's see them. I can actually search for the class I had because there are now many. Can you see basic 1, basic 2 for primary level? The same thing if you want to add for other level, then that is that. Now, one thing for you to be taken care of here is that if you are adding your class, make sure that you start from the lower class to the higher class. Like you can see my own here. I started from basic 1. I then started from basic 2 because the system will be calculating the ranking, the rank of each of the class based on their serial number. So you won't have problems when it comes to the level of promotion. Maybe students have, attended the, just first time, second time, and third time. So the system will tell you that, okay, I haven't, gone through the 3 times in a section. Then the next thing is to move to the next class. So if you have created your basic 2 before basic 1, then that means that when the system want to do the automatic promotion, it will promote the student to basic 1 while the student was in basic 2. How you get now? So in this case now, as they are serially added now, basic 1 before basic 2, then basic 2 before basic 3, like that, then basic 5 before GSS 1, before GSS 2, before GSS 3, then SS 1, SS 2, SS 3, so that when the promotion comes, it will be serial like that. I hope you get it. So don't make the mistake. Make sure that if you're adding your class, you actually start from the lower class to the higher class, like I just did here now. I started from basic 1, then basic 2. So if I want to continue like that, now basic 3, basic 4, 5, 6, just 1, just 2, just 3, SS1, SS2, SS3, so that when it comes to the promotion time, there won't be any issue of taking students from higher class to the lower class, because there was a mistake somewhere else. While you're having a class, you actually had the higher class before the lower class. Then when the system wants to promote, it will promote the student from the higher class to the lower class. So that is why it is advisable for you to, add your class from the lower class to the higher class. I hope you get that. Now, under the school setting, we are still under the school settings, and we've done with the, level, ensuring that our level are well set, ensuring that our current section is also set, then ensuring that our, the current term is all set. Then, of course, adding of, classes from the lower class to the higher class. Don't forget that. Now, having done with that, the next one on the academic section we have, academic settings, we have the subjects. Now let's check. When you click on manage subjects, we have number of subjects already added, possibly from people who have been using the demo for training and all that, and there are some pre-existing one there too. Now let's say, for instance, now I've already added 2 classes from the lower to the higher, basic 1, then basic 2. So I want to add subjects in each of those classes that I just added. They have their separate subjects. Maybe in basic 1, they have up to 11 subjects: English, maths, basic science, computers and ICT, literature, writings and all that, IRX, CRK, physical health education, social study, basic tech, basic science, agric and all that. Now that is for basic 1. Then the same thing basic 2, they are still doing the same subject. Don't say that because they are doing the same subject you've added for basic 1, you're not going to add for basic 2. you actually had their subject separate. How to get that? Let's say for instance now, if I go, okay, here we are already at the manage subject. These are the pre-existing one. Don't forget, there are some people who have been using this one for, training and working around the our portal to see how it's working. So they had one who had this. So like, for instance, now I want to add subject to the two classes I had it earlier. So I'll go to what? Add subject. Now let me look for a subject that is okay. Let me use P civic. Okay, I already have all this one suggested, but let me see. Okay, I think there is CCA, cultural and creative arts. I hope you get it. So I'm adding subject to the two classes I had earlier. So this one, you can start to add the subject for, basic two first. You can start to add the subject for basic one. So this doesn't affect, you know maybe the lower or the lower class or the higher class. You can add the subject depending on your, convenience. Maybe you you have the list of JSS student classics, subjects, before you know the full details of student subjects for the basic class. So that doesn't affect the system. But in the case of class, adding the class, it has to be from lower class to the higher class. But in adding the subject here, you don't consider any order. You can add them the way you like. Just make sure that all the classes have their separate, subjects. I hope you get that. So if I'm having basic one and they are offering 10 subjects, then in basic two they are also offering 10 subjects, and all the subjects are the same. That doesn't mean that you will not add the subject separate. You will add subject for basic one, and then you will add subject for basic two, and that's what we want to do here. So adding subject now, I say CC, which is a cultural and creative arts. Then select subject level. I know it is primary level. Then select the class. Can you see? Then I will now go and choose basic one. Then I'll click add. That is that for basic one. Then I can still add more subjects for that same basic one. Which one can I use again? CRK. Let me say CRK. Then select level, primary one. Primary level. Then select class, basic one. Then I add. Can you see? So how do you get that? So now I haven't done with that. Then I will also add all the subjects for the basic 2 class too. Then since I already have ICC here, so my system has just remember me, then I'll choose the level, then the class, and now it will now be basic 2. Then I will save. What is happening with the network is somehow slow. Then the CRK2. Is it CRK? Okay, CRK, I think I have it. Then the level, primary, then the class. You should now still go to basic 1. I hope you get it. So that is that on how to add, the subjects under the academic setting. So I think that this come to the end of the academic settings. I think the next one under the academic setting will be the adding of students, and that will be, talk about in our subsequent or the next video. So don't forget, the previous video was, the school settings, where we actually learn how to change and affect all the information displayed on the portal. Then the second video, which is this one, is academic setting, and I said the academic settings includes making sure that your levels are all set and okay. Then your current section is well perfected and set. Then your current term is well set and perfected. Then going forward, we have your class, adding of all your class, and make sure that you add your class from the lower class to the higher class. For instance, if you have crèche must be before the kg. Either you have kg1 or kg2. You have crèche, kg1, kg2, or some school also have pre-kg. That means you have crèche, pre-kg1, pre-kg2, kg1, kg2, or kg, depends on which one you are using, or kindergarten, depends. Maybe I want to sort it or you write it in full. Then basic 1, basic 2, basic 5. Then from that you go to JSS1 to 3, then SS1 to 3, depending on the school. And for those who want to use the platform for advanced school, that you actually follow the same pattern. So that is that about the academic setting. And then the next under the academic setting we said is adding the student, and that will be taken care of in our next video. So watch out for the next video, and thank you.